this. Oh, that was slick, Sloan. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Feed the Beast on the Ryotcraft server. Sweet. Check out my sweet pinstripe. Oh, yeah, green pocket squares. Rocking out. Okay, so today... Oh, and my purple backpack. That's right. Purple backpack. Pretty fancy. But, today what we're going to do is... Let me first update you. So, I've converted this farm into a wheat farm, just so we're getting some wheat. You know, rocking out, just regular seeds, like we did. Last episode, we worked on our crazy crops on crack. So, crops on crack. Well, I kind of took it one step further. Bum, bum, bum. Look at this, it's massive. Look at this place. Huge. It's so huge. So what we did was, I'll show you. Underneath here, I did some research. I found lily pads of fertility work up to 3 or 4 blocks above them, and they have a 7 radius, or well, 3, 7 by 7 type of deal. So this is how many I got. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and there's a little bit of overlap, but these are all pretty good. So this has given us our maximum output. I still have to upgrade these with sprinklers to get them going a little bit faster, but we've got all of our item ducts going. We've got all of our redstone and our fluid going into our system. Pretty sweet. And if we look at this one here, this one is only essence, so it's only handling essence. And if I don't think I can get close enough. Oh, I can. So we have, how much essence? We've got 233. Well, that's interesting. I'm out of essence. I wonder why. Oh, I used it all up on our seeds. I made a bunch of seeds. I'll show you in the next one, but apparently we've got no essence anymore, so that's okay. But we were upgrading, so let's go back over there and I'll show you the other farm. The first farm, all essence, so that's gonna get us rocking. The next farm, all special seeds. So if we take a look at our item ducts here, we've got uranium, emerald, slime, magma, ardite, diamonds, ender, certus quartz. We use a lot of that. Glowstone. And I added another one for ones you've already seen. So yeah, this is really rocking out. I still got to put the ender pads of fertility in here. I'm sorry, not the ender pads, the lily pads of fertility. And eventually this whole thing's going to get filled up too. So we got lots of crops coming. Pretty sweet. So we've got an influx of all that stuff. But today, what we want to get working on is Reactors. Oh, here's the last update. I've been working hard on my system. I don't know if you guys saw this. I think I showed it in the last episode. We did the whole outside. We are working on... I worked on the inside here. Started making some wraith lamps to light it up. And check out this sweet floor. Oh yeah. This took me a while to figure out. I could not figure out a good color scheme and pattern. I really like this. So this is all bloodwood. Pretty sweet. And we've got triple compressed cobblestone. And then factory blocks. Pretty cool. So if you type in factory block, you get a bunch of different ones. So they start with this one. and you can turn them with the chisel into all of these different kinds of ones. And I just really like these rusty ones. It just looks like an old warehouse, you know. Plus, I love the way they sound. Listen, sounds like you're on like a metal plank. Oh, I love it. It's so cool. So today, since we've got our inside working, I want to build a reactor. Oh yeah, Reactcraft. That's what we're looking at today. So I'm kind of been working with a couple of the other guys on the server. Dragonus 960 joined, and he is really good. And he was talking about some other different forms of power. Right now, we've got our four high voltage, and these are bringing in, you know, a decent amount of EU. Well, I've realized that, you know, MFSUs and MFEs and solar power is just not cutting it for us anymore. We need more power. So we're going to work on Reactcraft. So that's what we're going to get going on today. So I have did some legwork, Reactcraft, and we've got a bunch of stuff made already. So I'm going to take all these. There, we've got them all. So I figured we're going to need a bunch of stuff. So we're going to start with just a basic one to get it started. And then I can upgrade it as we move along. But one thing we did not make was the fuel rod. So let's get that going. Fuel. There we go. We need these. Whoop. Rods. Okay, so we're going to have to put that in here. Oh, shoot. Okay. Iron. We're going to have to. We've got graphite bars. I'm going to have to change this recipe a little bit. So, iron. Let's get a stack of that. Let's go to our recipe. Change that pig iron out. And we've got all of that stuff. So, let's make 15 of those. I think I've got a Reactcraft page. There we go. Perfect. So, things you're going to need. You're going to need reactor casings. We're going to need reactor glass, a reactor control rods. We're going to need a reactor controller, a reactor access port, and a reactor coolant port. And then, I don't even know if you need this one, but I saw another one that had it, so we'll put it on. And then you're going to need fuel rods. So let's make our fuel rods. Fuel. Whoopsies. And we're going to make 15 of those. Sweet. Alright, let's get started. We're going to fly on over here. You can look up all the recipes of this stuff. It all requires yellorium. I don't know how to pronounce that. Really, I'm not smart. Yellow. So you get this yellorium. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. You get the yellow ingots. And, alright, so how do we build this? Let's start right here. We're going to start with a 5x5. And we'll go, bam! Alright, that's a good start. 3, 4, 5. 5. There we go. Perfect. And we might expand this later, but for now, this should work. All the math I did was for 5x5, so come on. Alright, and bam. Alrighty. Get a little bit of lag jumps here. Kind of creepy. Alright, get rid of that one. And then this one. Boom! Alright, let's take our reactor glass, and we're going to leave one open at the top. That's going to be for another unit. I'm going to fill this all in. And the one really cool thing about... I hope that doesn't break. Okay, it's not like regular glass. Sweet. I don't think I made enough glass. Nope. I didn't. We're going to have to make some more. Alright, and one. I guess we'll use the rest casings for just the sake of finishing the episode. Okay. So, you'll take your reactor controller, put that there. We'll put our reactor access port here, and our coolant port there. Perfect. Uh-oh. Oh, that's kind of neat. Okay, we're going to have to figure out how that works. This is kind of new to me, so bear with me, alright? One thing we want to do is put the reactor control rod on the top, and then we're going to take our fuel rods and put them right in the middle. Perfect. Excellent. Now we're going to fill this in. I'm going to have to break one of those pieces of glass. Because what we're going to need... Oh, there it goes. See? It changed. It made its... Oh, bummer. Turned into a multi-buck structure and crash. Whoops. Should have waited. Should have waited. Let's get connected again. Let's see. Are you going to fail if I'm in there? Okay, there we go. So we've got all these cool things here. We're going to have to figure out what all this stuff is. Turn it on, turn it off. We don't want to turn it on right now. One thing we can do, though, we're going to do that later, too. We need to break this because we need to fill this up with our coolant, which I don't have with me yet. So we're going to go get that. And if my math is correct, we've got 3 on each side of the... 3 doesn't really matter. We only need it on 1, 2, 3, 4 sides because the diagonals don't matter from what I've read and did research on. So we need 3 times 4, 12 buckets. You can use water. Water will work, but I was told that cryotheum works the best. So we're going to do that. So let's get some buckets. We're going to need a bunch, so let's craft a whole bunch more. There we go. We got our 12 buckets. And we're going to put on cryotheum, put our buckets in there, and we're going to fill it up. 12 buckets of cryotheum. Now, with the way this stuff works, I don't know if we'll actually need 12, but I don't know if it needs 12 source blocks. If you guys know, let me know, because this might be a little weird, but we're going to try to figure this out as we're moving along. Let's get them all in here. There we go. And we'll go, because that stuff spreads. Ooh! Oh, it doesn't like me. Yucca. Alright. Well, boom, boom, boom. Alright, I guess we'll just fill this in as... Alright, so that worked. We're going to need a bunch more buckets. Let's go get some more. Alright. This didn't work as nice as I thought it would. Alright, so we'll need a whole bunch more. It's okay, we'll get more. No big deal. And you guys can look up the recipes for every one of those. I'm not going to go over that. That's kind of... You guys can figure that out. Not a big deal. Whoops. There we go. Did I take it? I don't think I did. Alright. Put these all in our hot bar. There we go. Let's go back over to our reactor. And let's see if we can get this sucker going. Alright, here we go. You know what? I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to chop all these down. Doesn't like me. Alright. Let's pick it all up. Oh, it's angry. Don't get stuck with Cryothium. It doesn't like you. Alright, so we'll fill that in after we're done. So we'll fill that there. Here. And there. 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 And there. I think that's all of them. That thing's perfect. All right. 2, 3. Oh, 3. And a reactor. We'll fill this all in with glass when we're done. Excellent. So we've got it working. And I think we missed one thing. We did. We missed one thing. That's okay. We need what is called a redstone port. I didn't even look that up. Redstone port. That didn't work. Might help if I typed in redstone properly. There we go. This will allow you to connect redstone to it. So we can put that in there. We'll encode that. Yeah, I pretty much don't make anything now. I just craft everything with our redstone. Wow. What the heck? Where is it? Port. There it is. We only need one for right now. Oh, there we go. And let's go plug this in. Do we have any redstone energy cells? Do I have one in my inventory? No. Bummer. Well, I'll take one of these. Will it have anything in it? Nope, it's empty. That's okay, we'll fill it up. Alright, so let's get that. And we'll take one of those just in case we need it. Alright, let's go check it out. Oh, this floor is just cool. So what I had to do is I got some bloodwood trees from the nether, and you can actually breed them in the overworld. Or not breed them, but grow them in the overworld, which I thought was pretty sweet. So that was awesome. Oh, that's bad. Let's plug that hole. Yuck. Okay. Redstone port. Uh, that might be the wrong thing. It is the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Well, we need that anyways, because this will give us the ability to turn the unit on and off. What we need, actually, is a power tap. Duh. Alright, so we needed those anyways. Let's go see how we make a power tap. And type that in. Power tap. Power T. Power tap. Perfect. Oh, that's pretty easy to make. Code this. Put it in our system. And power. We will make one for now. Cool. Alright, let's try this again. Then I think we should be ready to roll. Get this thing fired up. Yeah, I've been finding more and more that there's easier ways to do things when it comes to power in this game. Perfect. Alright, so we'll go boom and boom. Alright, so it's not getting anything yet. And, well, that's neat. Where's our trusty wrench? Oh. Let's configure it. No. That's not the right one anyways. That one. There we go. Now it's connected. Woohoo! Okay, let's get this cryothium out of my face. Let's turn this on. And let's jump up to the top. Oh. Really? How are we gonna get snow in here? It's got a roof. What? Really? Oh. That's lame. Okay, so let's name this CS reactor. And looks like we can change this. Well, let's start it at 50%. Let's do that. And we don't have any fuel, so we're going to have to put our Eulorium in there. Oh, there it goes. Look at this. Oh, cool. So how much is this producing? Heat, heat, heat. Millibuckets per tick. Energy buffer. Doesn't say how. See, now this is getting really hot. I hope this doesn't explode. This would be really bad. Is this generating? No. Is this actually generating power yet? Put them in there. The temperature is auto eject waste. 42 millibuckets per tick. The fuel rod looks like it's working. We've got our cryothium in there. Hot fluid output, fuel burnup rate, fuel reactivity. How heavily irradiated is the core? Higher levels of radiation reduce fuel burnup. Well, I don't know where it generates. Oh, here's where the fuel. Let's turn this down. Will it go down in temperature? No, it's still going up. Ugh, that's scary. So right now it's not producing any energy at all. It's not going to this. Reactor glass, yeah, that all this seems to be working. What am I missing here, guys? You guys probably see it and I'm just kind of dumb about it. Huh. Fuel. Max capacity 1200 millibuckets. It's using the fuel. It's still gaining heat. The core heat is still flipping hot. But it's not producing energy. Why? Eject fuel, eject waste. Port will not accept. No, we don't want to do that. Put that back in there. This doesn't have a port, so I'm not quite sure what that does. I'm missing something. Max input. Oh, maybe it... Let's see if I can... Let's go up to 5,000. It still goes further, but it's not generating anything. I'm kind of confused why it's not generating power. This should generate power. Looks like it's just sitting at 2850. One fuel rod waste. There's nothing in here that tells me how much power it's generating. I think I'm going to have to look this up and come back. A little bit confused. I'm missing something. Waste amount. Output energy when above 50. Whoa. Is it doing it now? No. It's not even filling anything up. I'm gonna have to look this up and figure out what's not working. I will be right back, guys. Alright, guys, it looks like we've got this going again. What I found out was I didn't have every bucket of cryothium in every one of the insides. So I'm pretty sure we could probably run this higher now. The temperature is a lot lower and the heat is way down. So this is generating 337 RF per tick, which is going pretty well. I mean, I just got this going. It's already 11% full. Let's turn this on and get all the energy from this thing. Looks like we can take this all the way down because that's kind of dumb. It looks like we are generating a little over 300 per tick. So that's pretty awesome. We've got clean, we got energy. We're bringing it up. Now, I think what happens with these fuel rods is when they're um, when it actually has like 10%, that's one rod, I think. Um, so this will then we can turn that into a blue ingot and then put the blue ingots back into the system. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to automate this with adding yellorium and the blue ingots. But I think this is pretty much it. Activate while below 75. Is this still gonna work now? It's gonna go further? No, I wasn't even touching it, so yeah, we're doing well. This is awesome. So this is growing. Awesome. So we've got a reactor. I also upgraded all this stuff to glass so it looks cooler. Um, we're good. We've got a pretty easy, steady amount of energy coming in, and I think this is gonna kind of get rid of our issues with solar. So I'm gonna learn more about this, and if I figure stuff out as I move along, I will definitely update you guys. So I'm probably make this a little prettier. Um, I think in the next episode, now that we've got this energy cell kind of coming, we want to figure out how to upgrade our energy storage. So why do I do this each time? Let's go home. Home. Bam. Okay, so right now we can store 40 million EU times 3, so 120 million EU. And what I'm finding now is that now that our power consumption is going up with our farms that are going and a quarry running, and if we've got our mob farms going, that we're just depleting that, and in the middle of the night it just runs out. So we want to get a bigger set of buffers. So I think that's what we're going to check in the next episode. But yeah, I think the reactor is working. Pretty sweet. So I'm going to make some more of these blocks, these reactor casings, and I think I'm going to make more fuel rods because one thing that I know you can do is you can make this bigger. So you can make these pretty much any size you want. Like if you want to make this 30 by 30, you could and put a bunch of fuel rods in there. And what you need is you need your fuel rod control on the top, and then you need your fuel rods underneath. You can make these any length, so they could be much higher. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to fill up this huge space. So I am going to look at that, and we're going to just fill up this entire area with, this is just going to be our reactor chamber, this whole thing. I'm just going to fill it up and see what we can do. So I think that's going to be pretty sweet, and you can make them, they don't have to be a square either. They can be rectangular, they can be pretty any size and any length, which is pretty sweet. I don't know if there is actually a limit. If there is, let me know. I'm not sure that there is one, but we're going to upgrade this and it's going to be sick. We're just going to fill this whole thing up. We're going to fill this whole thing up with cryothium because I think that's one of the better coolants. Keeps it really cool. Look at that. I mean, before all the coolant was in there, this thing was way overheated. Now it's at like 100 degrees Celsius. And it's just sitting there. It's like not even 1%. Like that's crazy. So I want to see what we can do with these things. So let's get this thing upgraded, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Whoopsies. Oh yeah. Check me out in front of my reactor. Yeah.